Hello everybody, Mak Forsyth here with this week's 11 o'clock Waffle. The penultimate show before the clash of this season's Titans starts next week, and there is still everything to play for. I should mention that after this week's questions were submitted to our guests, we had such cracking news stories involving politically incorrect fancy dress, flat-pack Viking ships, and a cake and bondage workshop session in Trumpington. I'm really annoyed we couldn't fit that on the show somehow.
Okay.
First up on today's show, victorious on her debut, however she was narrowly beaten last time she was on. A win today will secure her place in the final. Please welcome Jennifer Roberts.
Hi.
Hello.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
You cut out a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who is it?
It's you,
I didn't quite hear
Jennifer.
the name. Oh yeah, me. Hello. Hi. Good to be here. After quite a long time.
Hi. You've not been introduced, Karla. Go away.
I just realised I've had the...
Jenny.
These are good entrances. Hi Karla. Hi Nat.
Hi, Jenny.
It's not so much a grand entrance. It's just stumbling drunkenly in
Yeah.
and being really unsure. I like it.
Secondly, jumping in
That's
at the last minute so she can avenge last week's narrow defeat, it's Natalie Fowler.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm alright.
Thank you for coming on at such short notice.
You're welcome. It's because I'm amazing, obviously.
And it's because you get the chance to beat Karla.
I just like, mentioning embarrassing Karla stories about how she thought she uses vegetables, etc. Thanks for putting that on record, Nat. Oh, you're welcome. Much appreciated.
And last
It was
of
a
all,
bad day.
she is now officially a master of the arts.
I thought you said a fish. She's now officially a fish.
I thought that too.
Karla, the fish.
Will being a fish or a master of the arts help us to secure her second ever win on the Waffle? The only person worse than you, Karla, is James Miller.
Awesome.
And you have internet this week.
I do. Yay. I told you one of these weeks I'd actually make it on.
So, coming up over the next however long this show runs for, 8 questions about last week's news, sadly not involving bondage or cake.
Damn.
Or mental patients.
Or mental patients,
Yes.
no. But we have got face paint because that's politically correct.
Thanks, ma'am.
It's alright, Karla. Question 1. Germany have re-elected Angela Merkel as their president. Do they have presidents or prime minister in Germany? I probably should have read the article more. But give me a fact about the lady Germany calls mother. Karla, you like upsetting mothers.
Not on purpose. I'm not even going to go into it.
Karla's
Yeah.
ageist.
I'm not ageist. I love old people.
Some of your best friends are old people.
Yeah, like they're 26 sometimes. Anyway, yes, I do have a story for this. It's technically more about Vladimir Putin. But basically, Vladimir Putin brings his dog Coney to meetings with Angela Merkel because she is terrified of dogs. And it means that she's really uncomfortable in the meetings and he's got the upper advantage over her.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
Yeah,
politics.
I know. That's
Who would
mental
do such a
fact.
thing?
It's like when Stanley Kubrick put a snake in Clockwork Orange because Malcolm McDowell's terrified of snakes.
Oh, yeah,
But that's even less of a motive than Putin would have. It's just sadism.
That's cruel.
Yeah.
Putin and Kubrick are cruel people.
Okay, Jenny.
The name Merkel is a German derivative of which is Mac's name. So I think we
No.
should call Mac Merkel from now on because it's adorable.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Spoilers, you can't give away the secret.
The secret. Sorry, what about your name?
Yes, nobody knows.
Edit that out.
Nat.
My fact is that Angela missed the fall of the Berlin Wall because she was at the spa. True story.
That lady's got her priorities straight.
Just a bit. Just a bit.
Okay, question number 2. The BBC has ordered 50 more hours of natural history programming. But what is the greatest wildlife documentary out there, Nat?
Does it have to be wildlife? Or can I have the chicken shop on Channel 4?
Oh my god, you did not watch it!
I don't watch it, I've just seen the trailers and it looks funny.
My mum and dad watched it. It's just... I just heard little snippets of stuff every now and then.
The chicken shop.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's a kebab shop, and in the middle of the night, drunks come and get a kebab, and it's hilarious.
I'm really trying to picture that being narrated by Attenborough.
He
I
probably
know,
could.
they've entered the shop, vomiting on the sidewalk. Yeah, it'd be
It
great.
actually could, in all fairness.
And here we have the mating ritual of the drunk Essex boy. He offers a kebab to the woman, but is rejected.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I
I
win.
thought everybody was convinced that was Attenborough on the show then.
I did. I actually started to doze a little because, it's that therapeutic voice.
Yeah, definitely because it's therapeutic.
So you're going with the chicken shop?
Yeah. Should I not? Should I have a different answer?
You can if you
Can I
want.
phone a friend?
Yeah.
I'm going to take Karla's answer. Whoever Karla says she stole it from me.
I didn't even know you were on the show.
Neither did I.
Karla, what's your answer?
I literally have nothing for this except anything that Attenborough's put his name behind.
I changed my mind. I'll keep my answer.
I feel, yeah, it'll kind of, all the wildlife documentaries kind of blur together for me. I can't
Clearly
really
didn't
tell.
watch Meerkat Manor. I
I
cried.
did watch Meerkat Manor.
I
I
cried.
forgot about Meerkat
My
Manor.
petal died.
I don't remember that. I didn't watch it religiously, mind. I didn't have the DVD.
I'll send you the DVD.
But yeah, it's probably David Attenborough. He did one called Life, right?
Yes.
I think that one was a good one. I remember some bits from it.
Jenny, the win's pretty much yours.
Girls proud Jenny.
Me? Hello.
Mhm.
For the last couple of years, the RSPB have been putting up webcams in the boroughs of Puffins and Shetlands on Sunborough Hedge. And so you can watch live as puffins mate, because they mate for life. They're really lovely birds. And they lay an egg, and you can watch it hatch and everything. And a couple of years ago, this completely disrupted my life. My family was obsessed with it, that they'd all just phone each other up, and they were all worried about the puffin. And it hatched, and it was this really cute, fluffy puffling baby bird, and it died because it was like pecked to death by the parents or something. And my life was just terrible for weeks after that. My mum got really depressed. There was no food. There was no one spoke to each other in the house. It had a big impact on our lives.
This has melted and broken me.
Yeah.
Chicken shop affected me in the same way.
Okay, question 3 now. Afternoon naps can aid children's ability to learn. But what other methods can help us to learn? Jenny, we'll start with you on this one.
I read that if you write information down in blue ink, then you'll retain that information better. So I wondered if that was just the bright colour kind of stimulating the brain. And I looked up a bit of colour psychology. And apparently red makes you really angry. And blue and yellow do stimulate the brain. But if you write in yellow, then that's not going to show up very well. And orange makes you aroused. So that's probably really distracting if you're trying to learn. So don't write in orange ink. Don't use it. God. Unless you're writing erotica.
We all know
How do you even
Matt.
get orange pens?
Highlighters, Karla. You could write an orange highlighter and...
What if you write in like blue ink and then highlight it in orange?
Woof!
Does that mean you're just really
Really intense.
focused?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really intense sexiness.
And then
Interesting.
if you underline it in red...
Angry erotic focus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cry wank.
Okay, Karla.
They need to make experiments into this.
Yeah, we're totally onto
I'll
something.
look into this and I'll get back to you.
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Karla, why are there so many orange pens in the bathroom nowadays?
Oh, that's so gross. Why in the bathroom?
Please don't explain it.
For this one, all I could really think of is just learning kinetically. Like, as soon as you kind of are given information, as soon as you use it, that's when it's going to stay with you. I mean, I've always learnt better kinetically rather than writing things down. So,
Do you mean kinesthetically?
is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Is that why we're all right now, this moment, trying to find an orange pen around the house?
I'm Karla and I have a master's degree.
Okay, Nat,
And I can't even get a word right.
do you make your children have afternoon naps?
Actually, we meditate every day.
You meditate?
Do you?
Yeah, we lie on the carpet and I play the sounds of the sea and I have a special book that I read the meditation stories from and it just calms them down and gets them ready to learn. And they stop screaming. It's great. We do it every day, sometimes twice a day if it's a long day.
That sounds really nice.
I think it works well. They love it.
Aw.
I love your class.
Is that the answer?
You still...
Yeah, that's my answer.
Oh, brilliant. I could put some meditation music in at the end of the round and then everybody would be nice and chilled out for the rest of the show.
Yeah, I can read you one of my special stories.
Do you still
We'd all
do
learn
copies
loads.
of them?
I can put my special meditation voice. Now close your eyes and think very carefully. You are a bird in the sea.
I can just imagine like all these little kids just completely dozing off with
Yeah,
it.
it's great. Do it
It's
after
proper
lunch.
work. Aww.
And after story time, it's time for the scores. In last place on 8, it's Karla.
Of course it is.
Hey.
At no point am I expecting to win this.
Narrowly ahead on 10, it's Nat. And in the lead on 12, it's Jenny.
Oh, I thought Nat would win with her adorable sleepy children.
So did I, to be honest. A little bit disappointing.
Well, we're already 3 questions
From a
in.
professional point of view,
We're already 3 questions in. There's still another 5 to go.
anything could happen.
Anything could happen,
Yeah.
but it probably won't be Karla.
Yeah, let's be honest here.
Question number 4 now. That's where we're up to. The Eurovision Song Contest has made changes to its jury rules amid shocking, and I don't think, I can't quite believe this. They've had allegations of bribery in the voting.
Oh.
On the
Shock horror.
Eurovision Song Contest, I know. I just can't believe it. But what competition would you like to make a rule change to? Karla, you need points.
I do need points, but I didn't know what to say for this, except that football makes me really angry. The only reason it really makes me angry is because the offside rule, to me, doesn't mean offside.
Okay, what's your interpretation of the offside rule?
Well, offside should mean like when it gets kicked off the side. That makes sense in my head, but that's not what it means. It's something to do with 2 players being in front or something, and I don't get it.
2 players behind.
Well, I knew it was something like that. I said I didn't get it.
But actually, the offside rule is one that does need changing because it is very tricky to interpret, so you do score points there.
Woo! You did that.
But don't worry.
Or something, Mac. You just gave Karla points.
I know, but don't worry, because I thought this through. Karla has also won a mystery prize on that round. On Family Fortunes, they win the odd prize on the answer. Karla has won
Oh, no.
Karla
No, I don't want this, whatever it is.
Karla has won a day out to Exeter City Football Club with Chris Stanley, where she'll learn all about the offside rule.
Yay?
Yay.
You can have your pie and bovril at half time, your programme, little pencil to tick the players off when they get called out.
This sounds magical.
They're only 2 divisions below Reading.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Jenny, what competition would you like to make a rule change to?
I've been thinking a lot about beauty pageants because France recently banned child beauty pageants. And
Yes,
there's been,
they did.
yeah, which I think is kind of good. And USA had controversy because Miss USA was of Indian descent and people didn't like that, which is a shame. I don't know if I'd go with France for banning beauty pageants, at least for adult women, because they kind of choose to participate. But I think that there should be a rule that there's at least one goth in every beauty pageant, especially for the children.
That would be
Because
brilliant.
goths are ridiculous and they're awesome, and beauty pageants are also kind of ridiculous. So that would kind of highlight the ridiculousness and put a bit of diversity in there to the standards of beauty. So that'd be my rule.
Okay, Nat.
That's a great answer.
Thank you.
Mine looks a bit shallow compared to that, but I was going to suggest that the Six Nations, they should just play rugby without their tops on.
Yes.
Any reason behind this apart from rugby men?
Sometimes their shirts get torn and that seems like a waste of shirt.
And the washing up factor as well, of the laundry.
Yeah, they have to wash all that blood and stuff out, so yeah, it's not economical.
I like how you focus this on just rugby and not any other sport where a shirt could get torn.
Footballers are all like lanky.
They're all what?
Lanky.
Oh, lanky.
Therefore, their shirts do not get torn.
Yeah.
Muddy or
Plus they're like all
wasteful of
free. They don't
clothing.
want their shirts to get dirty.
I'm trying to work out how many points I give you, and will that reflect on me as a heterosexual?
Mac, everything you do reflects on you as a heterosexual. I'm so sorry.
You're almost back in it, Karla.
I know.
She hasn't said anything yet. She hasn't answered.
Haven't I? Yeah.
I had. Yeah, offside rule.
Yeah.
That was a really shit answer.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
pretty
It was very
good.
forgettable, Karla. Shame on you.
Yeah, but she's won a day out with Chris Stanley to see football.
I'm very jealous.
And I also questioned Mac's sexuality, so brilliant.
I misspoke.
Question 5. Psychologists are now to start adulthood at the age of 25 and not 18, meaning all of us are dear children, except for Karla.
I have 5 months left.
Yeah, you're old.
Karla's fine.
So, if you can impose your own age restrictions, what would it be and why? Nat?
I don't know.
Make up anything, Nat.
You should not be able to buy cheese unless you are at least 12 due to child obesity. I think that's a win there.
You gave it a go.
I gave it a shot.
Can't buy cheese till you're 12. Wow. Isn't cheese a good source of milk, though, and calcium for children?
No. Milk's a good source of milk for children. I'm sorry, Mac, please give me the point.
Jenny?
Before answering, I'd like to say that I asked this question to my brother, who said that at the age of 12, you should prove whether you deserve to live.
By 12?
Yeah.
Point for your brother.
Christ.
Yeah.
Does he like the Hunger Games by any chance?
No, I don't think he knows what that is. But I think it should be just everything at 16. You should be tried as an adult. You can drink. You can join the army. It just makes things less complicated. And I also think there should be a ceremony to usher you into adulthood, like a bar mitzvah. And I think you should be able to change your own name at that ceremony. You could either stick with what your parents gave you, or you can kind of assert your independence and change your name. And then everybody must respect that.
It's at 12.
16, I said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's you that wants to change things at 12. Nah.
My
God.
God.
The life-changing cheese.
So, yeah, you've
Fiasco.
reached the age of 12. You can buy cheese, but you've been deemed not worthy to live.
It's kind of, hit and miss. Swings and roundabouts.
Swings and roundabouts.
Karla?
Oh, mine's like... Okay, I've always thought this, and now this is going to sound really, not with everyone else's answer. But,
Remember it, Karla.
I would bring the age of consent down to 14.
14?
Really?
I think that explains a lot, Miss Smith.
I think the age that it is, considering the changes that happen, at that age to both boys and girls, and they start, exploring their sexualities and stuff at that age, a lot do. And I think at 16, it just makes the subject really taboo, and it makes a lot of adults kind of reluctant to talk about it, or to talk about it with anyone.
Aren't ready for it. It's just saying, well, basically, you should be ready for it, so go and do it.
But then some are, and some aren't ready at 16. But it's still, I think it would just make the subject less taboo, and it would make them feel like they could talk about it more, and would make adults feel like they could talk about it more with them as well.
Hang on, aren't they going to be too busy playing with their sort of Xboxes to want to do that?
I don't know, I've just always kind of thought that. I don't
think the legality is what prevents kids from talking about it with their parents.
I think it's going to be taboo however old you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree that we do need to make it kind of less cringy and less weird, but I think the legality isn't what's stopping children from talking about it.
I just know that.
I think it's just because we're British.
Yeah, I mean, back when I was in year 9, that was kind of like the year that everyone started to do stuff. It was.
Everyone started.
Hang on, not at my school.
No, I'm with Karla. Yeah.
It was that age. A lot of people before then, to be honest, and it was kind of they kind of did it themselves, and there were a lot of teenage pregnancies and stuff because they didn't want to talk about it with other people. They just wanted to go out and do it because they felt like it would be kind of considered.
I would give you 3 points if you sing the Kevin and Perry song.
I don't want points that much. All I want to do is do it. Booga, booga. Better?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 points.
You can do better than that, Karla. Give it another shot.
Yeah, give it some welly. Give it some welly.
We
No,
believe
I am
in you.
good. Just give me 1.5.
No, it's all or nothing.
That was quite an about turn. You kind of went, I don't want to do it, and then you instantly started singing it.
I know, it's just that I thought, fuck it, I might as well. I'm not getting any points at all. Fucking hell. Okay, yeah. There we go. Me singing it means that those 2 fucks in that one just then done.
Okay. Question 6. And after Karla has lowered the age of consent, a new show for Channel 4 will feature couples having sex in a soundproof box in a television studio with an audience. And then afterwards they'll be interviewed. Which, that's going to be a weird show. I mean, we know Karla's going to be glued to it.
With the orange pen.
Especially if they're 15.
No allegations there.
Oh dear, we know where the police are going to be knocking tomorrow morning.
I'm sorry I had to.
I would have done the same, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. We have an understanding.
Karla's never going to be allowed to walk past the school again. Yeah, I still can't get over this interviewed afterwards. That will be Karla there with a notepad and an orange pen, just being like,
Why me?
well, you're the one who's sex obsessed.
Well, yeah, sure.
Makes sense so readily. Now that you mention it.
So, weirdest reality shows in the world. Jenny.
I was reading about. I instantly googled Japan. Actually, I don't know if anyone else did that, but I came up with a Norwegian TV show. It was Norwegian National Firewood Night, which was all about chopping up firewood and the right way to do it. And then there was just 8 hours of the wood burning. The whole show was 12 hours long. And people loved it. And it totally divided the nation, because some people said that it should be burned with the bark upwards, or it should be burned with the bark downwards. And it brought people together. It was brilliant.
Yeah, I remember
that.
that.
And that's Norway.
Wonderful.
I like how you googled Japan and it came up with Norway.
Yeah, Japan. I did read some interesting stuff about Japan, but I ended up choosing a Norwegian show.
Oh, Norway.
Okay, Karla.
I went straight to Channel 4. Just kind of looked at the history of their shows, and there is one which started either last night or the night before called Gogglebox. And it is literally you watching a TV show about people in their front rooms watching a TV show. And that is literally the whole hour what it is. An hour of just watching other people watch stuff. I think we've just started running out of ideas.
It's pretty meta.
Yeah, why?
It would just be me drinking, talking to myself.
That was literally what the show was. Just not you. It had a woman that was drinking out of a pot noodle thing. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, it was classy stuff.
Okay, and Nat last of all.
I think this is the one where I'm meant to talk about the chicken shop and not the documentary one.
Have you got written down now Blue Planet?
I literally have nothing written down.
That one where David Attenborough went and stared at animals having sex. That was a weird reality show.
So yeah, can I swap it to chicken shop? It's really funny and eat chicken. Been a long day.
So chicken shop.
Yeah.
Can I put in a special mention about a Danish show called Blackman?
What's that?
It was the guy who invented it is called Thomas Blackman. I think he was an X Factor judge. And it's just him and a male guest star. And they sit in a darkened room and women come in and take their clothes off. And the two men...
I've heard of this one.
It's quite controversial. And the two men just talk about the woman's naked body. And the woman's not allowed to talk. And he thinks this is original. He thinks that there's not enough male commentary on the female body. And that's what he's giving us. And the women shouldn't talk because there should be time for the men to talk. Because the women talk too much. This is actually everything he said. It's amazing.
Do you think they're writing notes in an orange pen?
Yeah, I think so.
Matt, can I change my answer?
What?
I've just remembered there's something about Miriam.
Oh my god.
And all these guys were trying to win the affection of this woman, and then the guy finally wins, and it's really transsexual, and it's a man. And afterwards, they all sued the TV company because they were all making out with him and everything.
I did read this about a Japanese thing where the men are actually filmed having sex with this woman, and then it's revealed that she's a transvestite. But I couldn't find it.
Neither could they, apparently.
And everybody seemed kind of fine with it. They were like, oh, you fooled me. Never mind.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they took it in good spirits.
Okay, time for the scores. In last place on 19 points, it's Karla.
Woo!
On 20, it's Nat. And still ahead in the lead on 23, it's Jenny.
Okay, 23. That's a good number.
So, just quickly plug the Twitter, Facebook and YouTube channels. Just search for 11 o'clock Waffle and you'll find it. But now we'll cross over to Nat for story time and meditation zone.
Close your eyes, lay down in a space, and listen to my voice. That works well.
Yep. Question 7. Doctor Who, Del Boy and Sir Trevor MacDonald have topped a list of people whom TV viewers would most like to spend an evening with. So, give me 3 television-based stars that you would have over for dinner. Nat?
I would have Mulder and Scully over, and they'd be so interesting I wouldn't need a third person.
I like it.
Mm.
We had an email we had a customer at work the other day, and his name was Mulder Fox.
Oh, that's awesome!
We're
I
not
want to
sure
name
if
my
he was-
children that.
There's no way his name is actually Mulder Fox.
His
His surname could be Fox, and his parents called him Mulder.
To be fair, I keep begging my mate at work called Jones, I keep begging him to call his son Indiana.
Aww. That could totally work. Fox, Mulder, Fowler. Oh, it's got a ring to it.
I quite like that.
Sorted. It's been decided.
Fox,
Let's have a
Mulder,
vote.
Fowler.
I vote in favour.
I think it has to be done.
Okay,
Awesome.
Karla.
Definitely Stephen Fry. Probably, definitely Ricky Gervais.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want Ricky. What's wrong with him? I like him.
I feel like he'd be really pedantic and contrary.
I just think him and Stephen would really hit it off. I think we'd have some interesting atheist-y conversations. Because that's going to happen, definitely.
They're both very intelligent.
They are. To be honest, I'm not sure I'd be able to keep up. I think I'd just sit there kind of with my head kind of in my hands, just watching them both.
Trying not to talk about cheese. Did you know it's not legal to buy cheese until you're 12?
And then I couldn't think of a third person, but I think it should be a woman, because otherwise I'm being a bit sexist. But all I could really think of was Rachel Riley. And then I thought Mac probably likes Rachel Riley, so yeah, I went with that.
I forgot to mention Tina Fey would be at mine.
Damn it! Summer Glau would also be at mine.
Nat's got 2 women.
Oh, and she's got Gillian Anderson.
Yeah, she wins.
Jimmy
Because everyone
Anderson?
loves-
She hasn't got Jimmy Anderson.
Where did that come from?
Gillian Anderson.
Oh, Gillian Anderson.
I thought you said Jimmy as well. I was like, what? Jimmy?
I was like, why is the cricketer Jimmy Anderson at Nat's party?
Well, they should
Surely-
just ever know who Jimmy Anderson is.
I was so confused.
But surely Gillian Anderson is different from Scully.
Yeah, I want Scully. I don't want Gillian Anderson. I want Dana Scully and Fox Mulder.
Okay.
Apparently they don't get on in real life. I don't want all my dreams crushed.
I have heard that. it makes me sad that they don't get on.
Makes me sad.
Okay, and Jenny, who are you having at your dinner party?
I'd have Russell Brand, Marsha from Space, and Lister from Red Dwarf.
I was so
And it'd be
close to-
hedonistic and drunken and fun.
Oh, I want to come to your house now.
Exactly. Everybody would bring loads of drinks, somebody would get laid.
So if Russell Brand's there, of course somebody's going to get laid.
Exactly.
Probably everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go to everyone else's dinner parties. I'm not going to be able to keep up with the intellect at mine.
You're going to ditch.
Next to see.
You can't ditch Stephen Fry and
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais.
You can come with me, but yeah. Oh, damn it. Everyone has cool dinner parties.
I've no clue I'd have at mine, actually. Well, I probably do. I'd probably have Liz Lemon. That's Tina Fey in 30 Rock, in case you didn't know.
We knew that.
Yeah.
That's just one-on-one. That's more of a
quiet.
that's more of a date than a dinner party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She turns up. She's like, "Where's everyone else?"
Unless
Oh,
there's three of her.
They cancelled. They cancelled. Although, JD from Scrubs would be quite fun.
I think he'd annoy me after a while.
And then I'd have Jimmy as well, obviously, just to make him miss Turk and upset him.
Jimmy Anderson.
No, Jimmy, my old flatmate.
Because Mac loves Jimmy Anderson.
Do you think we could afford Jimmy Anderson on the show?
I genuinely didn't know who Jimmy Anderson was until you thought I said him.
He's an
I still
English
don't know.
bowler. He's a cricketer.
For who? What team? Does cricket even have teams?
Cricket has counties.
Sports people are known for their great personalities.
Oh, totally. Why? That's why none of us said one.
Karla has just won another prize to go to see a county cricket game
Yay!
On her own.
on her own.
Is Chris Sammy not going?
I don't know what he knows about cricket, I'm afraid. But cricket is quite cool because they have wickets, so on the radio commentary, they'll be like, and now there's a wicket at the cricket.
It rhymes.
It rhymes, it's brilliant.
The commentators sound like they're a laugh riot.
And there was one game where the batsman's name was Holding, and the bowler was called Balls. And that led to the classic line, the batsman's holding, the bowler's balls. Question 8 now. The finale of Dexter has come under criticism for being lame and disappointing. Do not panic, because there's no spoilers here. Because,
There better not be, because I'm watching it in real time.
but
That's a warning, Karla.
It's fine. It's fine. If you want me beforehand, I don't talk about these things, although I do know what happened.
Don't tell me.
I'm
But-
not going to say anything.
so the question is, Karla, what climaxes have been disappointing for you?
He was only 14. You can.
Oh, this is going to be on like a public domain and everything.
You're going to be on a register.
I don't like my mouth. It says things and it comes Anywho, back to the question.
Go on, spit it out, Karla.
Does anyone remember a TV show back when we were a bit younger called Dinosaurs?
Oh, Jim Henson. Is that
It
the one
was
I'm
Jim
thinking of?
Henson, yes.
Yes, with the baby dinosaur. It was...
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the one. Well, I kind of was looking it up a little while ago, and the last episode, everyone died.
What?
Yep, it turned out that the dad dinosaur caused a meltdown at the plant that he works at, which brought on the Ice Age that killed all the dinosaurs. And that's what they did for the last episode. And the whole episode is basically him saying, I'm sorry that I've pretty much killed us all. And it's just really sad, considering it's meant to be this comedy, and then they just kill everybody.
I'm actually a little bit broken after that answer.
You were so high pitched, I thought you turned into Karla.
Jenny.
I was really cross about the Harry Potter epilogue. I've been a Harry Potter fan for a long time, and the epilogue at the end of the 7th book, really anticipated, loads of hype. It was just very twee, and it only focused on the main 3. And to be honest, nobody cares about them. We care about Tonks and Lupin and everyone who, yeah.
Who got killed
And-
off?
Yeah, and Neville and Luna, who survived. Spoilers if you've taken ages to read them.
Don't worry, I finally watched the films in the summer.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
halfway
good.
through a marathon that started about 2 months ago.
I was halfway through book 7 when it came out, and then I got told everything and couldn't be asked to read the rest.
Hang on, you were halfway through the 7th book when it came out.
No, when
The
it
book hadn't
first
even
came
been
out.
bought out.
You know what I mean.
And it kind of ended on, and everything was fine. I wanted more trauma than that, if I'm honest.
But there was one point she was going to kill off Ron, but I think she just bottled out.
She couldn't do it.
Off in like the 4th book.
Sorry?
I said she should have just killed them all off in like the 4th book.
It does go on for a while, doesn't it?
Okay, and Nat, lastly.
I'm going to take Pushing Daisies because they cancelled it and they like summed up every plot story arc they had ever in a 2-minute summary at the end of the last episode, and it just sucked. It was crushing.
I know a lot of people that loved Pushing Daisies.
It was awesome.
It's always up there with one of those shows that they want to bring back.
They really should.
I only ever saw the first series of it, but I quite liked it.
Oh, very good.
Okay, so come to our final round now, and it's very, very tight. Tied at the hip on 29, it's Karla and Nat.
Whoop whoop!
Oh,
And just ahead on 31, it's Jenny.
Yay.
So Jenny gets to pick the running order for the final round, where our guest will present a news headline followed by a 20-second summary of the story.
No, I forgot about this question.
The story can either be true and something with the past week's news, so quickly that grab your local Herald, or entirely fictional. The other guests then have to guess whether the story is true or false, with points awarded accordingly. I'll also be giving a maximum of 3 points to the story I find the most interesting. So, Jenny, with all of that in mind, what would you like the running order to be?
I'll go with Karla, and then me, and then Nat.
Okay, so Karla, first up.
library book brought back after 79 years.
I have no idea what you just said.
Oh, no?
I didn't hear the first word.
Okay, we have to do title and then like 15 seconds of what it's about, right?
Okay, but I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, no, I was asking Mac.
Oh.
Yep, headline and the story.
Okay. Library book returned 79 years overdue.
Oh.
A guy took out a book back in 1934 and brought it back, like this week, to an £11,500 fine, which they have decided to let him off with, which is nice.
How old was the guy?
He was 79 years younger than he is now.
Okay, Jenny, your headline and story, please.
York Bar apologises for gay guy's receipt blunder. A bar has been criticised after giving a customer a till receipt with a printed description of him and his friends as gay guys.
Wow, that's... Okay, and Nat, last of all.
My heading is... oh no, if you spill the wine, I will punish you, Miss Steele. And my news story is that the author of 50 Shades of Grey is releasing 50 Shades of Wine. A perfect pairing for secret reading.
Okay, so we have a library book that was returned 79 years late.
No, hold on.
We have a...
Hold on a second. I just want to clarify that the guy found the book because 79 years is an awfully long time for someone to live.
You know, my grandparents are like 74.
They're doing well.
I'll pass that on to them. Okay, so we have the library book returned 79 years overdue by somebody who found it. We have the York bar in York that produced a receipt with a description of gay men. And we have the 50 Shades of Wine. So, Karla, what do you think? Do you think Jenny's and Nat's? Do you think they're true or false?
I think they're both true.
You think they're both true?
Yes.
Okay. Jenny, do you think Karla's is true?
No, I think it's false. I think they're both false.
Okay, and Nat last of all.
I think they're both true.
Okay, so this could be quite interesting. Okay, so Karla, library book returned 79 years overdue. True or false?
It is true. Keith Dolphin, 64, found the book when he was cleaning his house. and then gave it back to the local library where they found out that it was overdue by a long time. Bless him.
Okay. Right, so Nat gets both points there. Okay. The York bar with the receipt, Jenny.
It's true.
That's a point each there for Karla and Nat. And finally, 50 Shades of Wine.
It's available in 2 blends, red satin and white silk, and each bottle comes emblazoned with the tagline, "You are mine." The story is true.
Oh, wow.
Are we sending cards?
I completely misjudged that. That's terrible.
Did she not make enough money on the book?
Clearly not. Have you heard who they picked for the films?
I have seen pictures, yes. I don't know who either of them are.
No, they're not very attractive, are they?
Yeah, but they're gonna be attractive once the film's out, because that's what films do.
True.
I think it should have been James Miller from the Waffle as the lead.
He would have been an interesting Christian Grey.
Interesting.
He would have been a cooler Christian Grey.
Yeah, he would have been suave.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he would have brought some anime into it.
I definitely think for the Christmas special we need to get James Miller reading 50 Shades of Grey.
I'd like that.
Be prepared
Okay.
for just pure awfulness.
Which has actually given me quite an interesting idea of what we could do with the Christmas special. But before that, the final scores. On 33 points, it's Karla.
I knew it would be.
Also on 33 points, it's Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
This week's winner on 35, it's Nat.
he takes the lead.
You've won.
Yay. You can't see my victory dance right now, but I'm telling you you're missing out on something. Sean's face disagrees.
What does Sean know about dancing?
Dance like nobody's watching, drink like there's no tomorrow.
Is that when you call every
Okay.
Facebook album with a wedding in?
No, I think that was the second one. I think yours had your actual name on it.
Oh.
I think I put that as the comment on yours,
Oh.
and then I think I named the second batch of photos Dance. I think it's a good motto to live life by.
Oh, that's deep.
Well, that brings us to the end of this show, which means I have to go do some number crunching now to see who has made the finale.
Okay, well, I'll look forward to listening to it, because it definitely ain't me.
You've not won in like 3 years now, basically.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
So thank you to my
Unless you actually win.
Oh.
thank you to my guests this week, Karla Smith, Jennifer Roberts, and Natalie Fowler. We shall be back with the finale shortly. But in the meantime, remember, people, cheese is not a vegetable.
It was a fake day for me. I genuinely couldn't remember the food groups.
Aww.
Thank you very much for listening. Have a lovely week, and goodbye.
Bye.
Woo!